Hello. A little bit different today. I'm obviously coming to you as myself rather than one of my characters. As you can see, I'm in my office and I'm a little bit snowed under with work, so I didn't actually have time to film a proper costumed video for you this week. I didn't want to leave you without a video for the week. So what I thought I would do is give you a deep dive into our new creative writing book. I also thought I'd take this time to just let you know that we have some really exciting things coming up in 2022. And that also really encourage you to please like and subscribe to the channel, like the videos. It really helps me out. And if you want to have more contact with me, the best place, social media other than here, is actually my Instagram account. I'm a lot more active on my Instagram account than on Facebook. So if you really want to stay up to date with what's happening, come across to Instagram. There's a link down below to the Instagram accounts. I have competitions on there. I am a lot more interactive. I put up a lot of little short clips. So that's really the place to be, is on our Instagram and here on YouTube. So I have a lot of work to get back to doing, and I'll let you deep dive with the Black Cockie Press 12-week creative writing masterclass. And I will see you, or I won't see you, but one of the characters will see you next week. So enjoy. So, as I said in my introduction, I thought, as I've been waving this thing around for so long, it was probably time for me to give you a look inside so that you can see what sort of goodies I have for you. So, if you didn't know, if you're new here, I used to offer creative writing courses. However, earlier this year, I decided that what I would really like to do was to produce a book that combined the two creative writing classes that I ran and took the best out of it and put it together into a book. And that is this book. The idea behind this book is that this, like my classes, will help you write that first draft that you need to get done if you want to write a novel. I have been writing for about over 20 years. I have a master's in arts, in writing. I've been teaching for nearly 20 years. So I felt it was time to actually put it together into a book. And that's what this is. So one of the big things, this book was most definitely informed by the work that I did with the Blue Mountain City Library, where I did mentoring with people, talked to people about their writing, and really a lot of the things that I ended up putting into this book, putting into the courses that then went into this book, that got refined from the courses into the book, were problems that I was seeing across 5 years, coming up again and again and again and again. So this is to help you not fall into the same pits that I see people fall into and then find it very, very difficult to climb out without assistance. So the idea of this is to get you are able to write that first draft that enables you to write the second draft. This doesn't get you a full novel written. What this does is this gets you an effective first draft that can then be developed. And if you need to develop something, then I am here to help. I can help with that. I have mentoring and I have readers' reports on my website. You book, you get an hour of my time for a mentoring session, and a reader's report. I read your book. I read your book and I tell you, here are the things that are happening that are working. Here are the things that are not working. This is what I want you to work on. Because you'd be surprised at the number of people I've seen who will work a book and work a book and work a book, except that what they will work on are the bits that are working, and they will overwork them to the point that they cease working while completely ignoring the bits that don't work. And that's just incredibly frustrating for the writer, and it's just so avoidable. And that's something that I wanted to put into here, so that you're not working over the same material over and over and over again, so that it's much easier to identify, I'm really strong here, but I'm not, this is where I'm weak, so this is where I'm going to focus. So the book itself is quite short. It's divided into 12 chapters, 12 weeks, and each of the weeks it has a theme. So getting started, doing research, characters, plot, all, and down to things like ethics and self-care. I have a video on this, Hatta has a video on this, but the number of people I've seen who have very disturbingly not considered how the material will affect themselves or others. It makes me a little uncomfortable to think about that, because yes, you can write about anything, but you have to write about it in a way that doesn't harm you or anyone else. The way that I would encourage people to use this book is to read all the weeks first. They're arranged in this order because they start with the basic bedrock stuff and move upwards. That's why they are in the order that they are in. So what you get is each week more or less has a lecture or information. They started out as lecture notes that have then been developed into a chapter. And so they also can have, not all of them, some of them have some activities that would be helpful. This one does, but not all of them do, because I didn't want it to be a book that was entirely just, here are childish little activities. This is a book for adults. I wanted to treat my audience as adults. Now, at the end of each chapter, you get one of these yellow pages, and these do take a week. Now, the yellow pages are designed to be a week-to-week thing. So you do the activity for that week and you use the whole week. You can do it in a much more condensed rate. If you were wanting to do it for NaNoWriMo, I would suggest buying the book now, reading the whole book, looking at how you're going to do, how you can condense this down and plan it out this month in October, so that you're prepared for NaNoWriMo. So absolutely you can condense this down, but to be reasonable, I felt that it was reasonable to expect to get a first draft done in 3 months if you really work hard at it. You can extend it out. I mean, this is part of the reason why I chose to make this a book instead of a course, because people were choosing to take longer to do the course than the 12 weeks, which is perfectly acceptable. But when you have it as a book, it does give it a bit more, you can pick it up and put it down. But the 12 weeks is a reasonable amount of time. If you go full on to do that, you can condense that. Your results may vary, it depends on your level of experience. In the back of the book, before we finish, we have our index, but we also have templates. So these are templates that I also sell on my website, but you can get, these are templates that I also sell on my website, but they are also in the book. So you can copy them into your journal to use, you can write in the book, whatever you want. And there are a couple of activities in here as well. So, and they're not separate. So that's the book that I've been waving around for weeks. If you are interested, it is available on the Black Cockie Press website. It's also available on other book websites, Amazon, Angus and Robertson. There are links down below. So yeah, I should be back next week with regular characters. But I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into our new book. And I will see you again next week. Bye-bye.
If you would like to support this channel, come across to the Black Cockie Press website, www.blackcockiepress.com.au, where you will find books and other materials to help with your writing.